I received $2,000 from an unknown source and kept it. A few months back, one day, randomly I got a notification that there's a new transaction and someone sent $2,000 equivalent in new currency into my account. Now, getting this much money isn't too unusual for me, but according to my knowledge, no payment was lined up at that time. I simply left it like that in the wait that someone would reach out to me and tell me they accidentally sent me that instead of someone else. So I just left it like that and forgot it. About 3 weeks later, when I checked my account, that money was still there and I recalled how I got it. So I called my bank and asked them how the transaction was made. They said it was transferred through the mobile app, but they can't share the account details. I said okay and hung up the call. I waited one more week, and when no one reached out to me, I simply started considering it mine. Although I haven't spent it, they're still in my account even after like 5 months. Something similar happened to me with an old client. I was contracted to do 9 months' work and got paid $8,000 every 3 months. After I completed the work, I still received another payment 3 months later. Contacted the company and was told all payment queries go through accounting. Tried to contact their accounts. No reply. I ended up getting 4 extra payments of a total of $32,000 for over a year. Put the money aside. But last I heard they got gone out of business. Probably because they were terrible with money. Well, you did the right thing. Informed with bank. If there is no one that reached out claiming after few months, that's yours. I sent it. I need it back. Oopsie. After my parents died, there was a deposit into their bank account. It was a dentist office. The way they wrote their account number made it appear as my parents' account number. It was about $1,600. No one ever corrected it. I don't know if they ever realized it was missing or not. I said nothing. That was in 2021. I recently closed those accounts and took the money out. Grimace. Getting this much money isn't unusual. Do you mind sharing what kind of business you are in? It was for good behavior. Keep it up. Thanks for the upvotes, guys. I came across a Reddit post a while back where exactly this happened, and it turned out to be some sort of scam. Unknown people transfer money into your account, but when you manually transfer the money back to where it came from because you think it's some sort of mistake, somehow it will be retransferred once again, leaving you with $2,000 stolen from you. Not sure if that post was actually true, but your story reminded me of that post. Edit spelling. My dad did that on accident. He was trying to send me $1,000. I told him to send $1 to make sure the banking details were right. He didn't listen. Had transposed 2 digits on my phone number, and it went to a random person. He was even madder when the bank said there wasn't a way to reverse the transaction. Sounds like you can enjoy it. I was browsing Reddit a while back and came across a post from someone who had similar experience as yours. She had received money from an unknown account. At first, she didn't think much of it and just left it alone. But then she started getting all these creepy messages from some random person telling her to do weird stuff as payment for the money she got. It was super eerie. Man. I read this 3x as you received AS2000 and kept it and was so confused picturing a Honda just showing up and you keeping it and driving it. Similar thing happened to me. I actually called the bank and got him to reverse the payment back to the original person, and they did. Then a couple of days later the same amount appeared again. Raised again. No one followed up. Leave on a high-yield saving account. If they take the money back, no harm. But at least you get some interest out of that. If they don't, then that's your emergency fund. Someone once mailed me $500 cash. 5 $100 bills with no return address, and my name and address looked like a second grader wrote it. Still have no idea to this day who sent it. Something similar happened to me. On my birthday. Broke AF sitting in the bathtub, I looked at my bank account and to my surprise I received a random transfer of $35,000. I was so excited until I received a call from my parents saying they mistakenly transferred the money to my account instead of their own. Honestly, keep it in your account for a year. If nothing happens, then just use it however you like. I moved out of townhouse I shared with my buddy for a few years after graduating college. He stayed another 6 months but then moved, and when he closed his gas-electric account he was sent by check $750 N from BTHE Utility. He called and they said it was a credit on his account, legit. A year later at his new address he got some kind of collections letter that the $750 was paid in error and they would extend him the courtesy of it, charging him interest he didn't think it was right in the first place, so he paid it back in 3 monthly $250 payments. None such thing as free money. Why wouldn't you feel bad? Give me tea, even tell me your name. It could be from someone who once stole from you or cheated you or did something else and wanted to make amends but not talk to you or have you know. Stay anonymous. Check the unjust enrichment claim time bar in your country. In UK for example it is 6 years. Meaning no one can claim it back legally after that period of time. Yo, can I get my $2,000 back? Once. When I was laid off. The company paid my severance over the course of a few pay cycles. They ended up paying me 2 extra cycles and never asked for it back. The funny part is every 2 weeks post-employment I had to contact HR to tell them they had made incorrect deductions from my severance check. They'd reimburse me in a separate check the following week. I continued this through the extra 2 checks and they continued to reimburse me for deductions. I was drawing attention to it and they still didn't notice, lols. Do you believe in the supernatural? What if it was divinely orchestrated? Just saying, lol. You could always donate the money. Find a couple of local charities and donate to them. I know they will appreciate it and you don't have to feel bad about keeping the money. Make sure it's in your savings. Invest it, turn it into more, then if anyone ever does reach out you can repay them. I wish my sister had gotten lucky like that. She accidentally picked the wrong Tom on Zelle. And instead of sending it to Tom our landlord she sent it to Tom Matthews. Some guy off Facebook who I brought something off Marketplace from and she had paid for. I sent him multiple messages he never opened, but I've seen him active. My sister accepted it as it was her mistake. I even mentioned to him, if you spent it. Okay, that's how it works, but a response would be appreciated. Like really couldn't even send a thank you for the nearly $2,000. Good on you, love. Shove it in high interest account and watch it grow bigger. If eventually they want it back, hell, at least you got something out of it.